78. If you want to keep on calling, let's go now to a guy I know for a guy called Doug, who's out in Sligo, very active on the message boards and the forums, and one of the best posters, as they say, and also a really nice guy. Doug, how are you?
Not too bad, Steve, not too bad. Thanks for taking the call.
Yeah, so Doug, you're going to try and go for the picture with that guy?
Yeah, I'm going Frank Lucas.
Yeah, you got it, Dougie. I knew you would, because you've been to the show, that's why.
I think he fought Tony Simpson.
Yeah, in a savage fight. Simpson was a late replacement for Kevin Finnegan.
That's right, yeah. Never meant to forget it.
Oh, he was. He only had about 14 fights in the end, and every one of them was savage. He beat Alan Minter in the Olympic year.
Right.
And then Minter beat him in a rematch less than 6 weeks before the Olympics in 1972. Just unbelievable. But his real claim to fame, you remember what it was? I'll tell you just quickly, Doug, because I like telling this story. I think it's the Commonwealth Games in Christchurch, 1974, Cole. He's the ABA champion, right?
Right.
But he doesn't get selected because he's got a bad attitude. Now, he has got a bad attitude, I'll give you that. And they select a guy called Carl Spear, who's a good fighter from Liverpool, who Lucas had beaten. So they go out to, Carl Spear goes to Christchurch, Frankie Lucas is back in Croydon, and a guy down there that runs the boxing club, Sir Philip Game, says, this is an outrage, let's set up a gym, let's set up a federation, the St Vincent's Boxing Federation. So they invent a federation, it's a genuine island, so they get this country, St Vincent's, the Boxing Association, the ABA of St Vincent's, accepted into the Commonwealth. Out goes Frankie Lucas, snubs Princess Anne, it's all over the papers. In the semi-finals, here I am choking up, in the semi-finals, he bashes up Carl Spear, gets to the final. In the final, there's a guy from Zambia. Now, the Zambians at the time was a socialist country, and they had Cuban trainers. And they had a guy in the final, I've forgotten his name, but he'd knocked out 5 out of 5 to get to the final. And Frankie gets in the ring with his St Vincent vest on, and I'll never forget, it was a palm tree, and knocks the Zambian out cold to win the gold medal. The ultimate snub for the amateur boxing selectors. Doug, listen, thanks for that call. It's a pleasure, Doug, there from Sligo. Let's go to Tim in Leicestershire. Tim, how are you this evening?